Well, happy Friday, y'all. Week 6 in the garden here. It's been a rainy week. I think the news said we had about 11 inches, and that was before this morning's and last night's rain. So, changes we got in the pumpkin patch. I think that rain done killed the pumpkins. We got a soldier down here, so doesn't look promising. I think even the water's kind of affected the rose bush. It's looking pretty sad. But you know who likes all this rainwater and stuff? Our sunflowers and corn are actually doing pretty good against this back fence. Got pretty good growth going. I mean, some of this stuff is kind of crazy here. And these sunflowers that we got going here are the mammoth ones. So they've gotten one we had last year. We had a strange seed or spare seed that kind of found its way into our raised garden bed. That thing got up to almost 8 foot, so it was crazy. But yeah, even look at her zucchini is just gone crazy. This rain is good for that. But yeah, a lot of growth. I think these guys are probably the winners. I think the second runner-up would probably be the tater towers. But she's got her sweet potatoes in and planted her sprouts, so hopefully all this rain doesn't affect them too much. We added the last tier in the tater tower, and we filled it up. So I mean, if you can see, hope I can get this picture does it justice. But we're looking at probably adding some more dirt and keep it going up as far as we can go. As far as adding on, I think once it hits the top, we'll just kind of let nature take its course and see what it delivers this year. Not too much change with the peppers, maybe a small slight growth. We did add a purple beauty to the garden here, and we transplanted the two small red bell peppers in the back, and pretty much I don't see much change. I mean, tomatoes have gone crazy. This one has just sprung up this year. So I mean, it seems like every other day I'm picking out the little sucker plants that form in the armpit of all these little branches. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a full-time job now. But yeah, the dill's actually looking pretty good over here. It's bushed up pretty nice. And onion and garlic garden part, man, those things are just going crazy nuts. Walking onions are doing pretty good. Looks like they're sprouting here. I've heard that's how they spread. So I guess this will be forever our onion garden. Looking at what we got growing up here, I planted some carrots. I think that's what's sprouting up over here. And it looks like there's some random dill over here, so we'll see what comes of this. I mean, we mixed up soil at the start of the season, roughly probably about 6 weeks ago when we first started doing the garden, so we may have some remnants from last year popping up. But cucumbers here have sprung back to life pretty good, even on the other one, so I may let them go. I might try to plant a couple more in there. We'll see. Try to transplant this lettuce or uproot it and maybe plant it somewhere else. Well, as you can see, I believe these are beans, and they're doing pretty good on that side. I planted them over on this side here, and I'm not seeing too much growth. I'll probably maybe try to get some more seeds going. Yeah, our snap peas have started going up the trellis here, so that's kind of cool. I always like seeing that. It's kind of crazy with the vertical gardening. We started that last year. We added the trellises out here, and we've done everything from cucumbers to zucchinis to even watermelon, and it seems to be amazing. Trying to remember what she planted over here. I think these are the butternut squash, and they're doing pretty good. But man, check out these tomato growth this year, or within this last week. It's just crazy nuts. But I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, even I'm hoping this is eggplant, because that's what I planted over here, but I don't know. It's the first year I planted eggplant, so to me it looks kind of sus. But we'll see. I think that's a basil plant there, and along with the dill right behind it. This here, I have no idea what this is. So that may be a weed, who knows? I'll have to do some research, but yeah, the more I look at it, this here kind of looks like a weed. I'll probably be doing some weeding this weekend. I've got my granddaughter up, so she likes playing in the dirt. We'll maybe put her to work, get some use out of her. The vertical plants that we got going on here in the pot number 1, and the kohlrabies are going nuts. I didn't expect that much growth, but I mean, look at the size of the bulbs coming in on that one there. It's crazy. Yeah, the other 2 are looking pretty good. I mean, we've got them all over, so this rain, I guess, has been pretty good for them. Our cabbage has gone crazy too. I mean, I think these planters are probably too small for them. Now, I did transplant some, I guess these are what, the rutabagas? Yeah, or no, that's red cabbage. So I kind of moved them around, evened them out. Did the same with the rutabagas too. Kind of moved at least 1 to each pot. And then the lettuce, man, they love the rain. Spinach is looking pretty good. A little bit of growth there from last week. And then the dill, man, dill in this plant is doing pretty good. Not as good as the main garden, so I may not do dill in these little planters. And the ginger root, still nothing. Like I said, my hopes are low on that one. And then, yeah, like I said, I think we had some growth from the other one. I don't know how the seeds got over here, but they're here. So the radishes are looking somewhat pretty good. I think maybe a little too much rain. The leaves are starting to yellow, so hopefully it'll stop. Broccoli's looking pretty good, pretty lengthy. And then the cauliflower seems to be doing all right. So we'll see what forms. I mean, like I said, this was just an experiment. Thyme seems to be coming through pretty good. We got a lot of new sprouts going. A little bit of growth from last week that I noticed. Not much. Cilantro, we've got some growth there, but not a whole lot of change from last week. Rosemary, looks like we got some sprouts going in there, so pretty excited. That was seed I planted about 2 weeks ago, I think. It's hard to remember sometimes. I got so much going on sometimes. But the dill here, I don't think there's been much change here. Like I said, I don't think these pots are big enough for growing dill in. And then still, I'm not seeing a whole lot with the asparagus. The green sprouts that I see there are probably just clover that I gotta pick out of there, but we'll let it grow a little bit more to see what happens with it. But anyways, I want to thank you for tuning in. Another weekly update.